Welcome to the APMM Virtual Conference 2021. We'd like to take a minute to highlight one of our excellent conference sponsors, General Plastics, headquartered in Tacoma, Washington. General Plastics is a leading source for a variety of tooling boards and foams. Most popularly is their Last-A-Foam polyurethane foam board. Let's take a minute to see more from General Plastics.
General Plastics, manufacturer of rigid and flexible polyurethane foam products, offers testing services which span the full range of quality assurance and testing functions, including physical property, developmental, and flammability testing. As a solutions provider, we work closely with engineers and design teams to verify materials against requirements and issue certified test reports. Do you have a project in the design stage or need to confirm material performance characteristics? We can help. Our FAA-approved burn test facility is one of only 9 in the nation that performs the seat oil burn test. All tests are conducted using calibrated equipment traceable to NIST. Discover why leaders in the aerospace, defense, nuclear, and manufacturing industries entrust us with their mission-critical testing.
In today's session, we will be getting an in-depth look into ideal mock-ups in Nagpur, India. Sharad Dak first gives an update on the state of model making in India, and then we proceed to have a tour of the ideal mock-ups facility. If you have any questions, Sharad, as well as an APMM representative, will be available in the chat, and we encourage you to discuss his presentation and perspective with the other attendees. The chat will be open until the end of the hour, and after the workshop is completed, we will have an open Q&A for the remainder of the time. And with that, booyah!
Hi everyone, hope all APMM members are doing well. It has been a long time we had not met and we are looking forward to meet you all in real again. We met in last conference at Grand Rapids. We were 3 members from India. We are grateful to Sam and APMM team who extended required support. It was enriching time spent with all members who had varied experiences and specializations. Every is precious moment got embedded in our memory, providing renewed energy and confidence. We also had an opportunity to present information about our business in India. The topic was model making in India. In last presentation, we gave brief introduction about our company and story of journey in establishing our appearance model making shop in India. We mentioned how strategic location in central part of India gave us logistic advantage of reach. We shared some statistics which defined market size specifically of high fidelity mockups used in consumer durable industry. This was because almost all of our clients were from electronics and home appliance industry. India model making industry is mostly supportive of low fidelity model making using soft material like EPS, puff, MDF and vacuum foaming of plastic sheets. These facilities are both within and or outside design firms and corporates. Since high fidelity mockup making facility was not available in India, many designers used to skip design validation process and directly jump for production development, carrying huge risk of aesthetic preferences with customers. There was a big divide of accurate aesthetic representation of industrial design models, as models were mostly handcrafted, crude and took a lot of time. Traditional model makers in India were hesitant of using technology like CAD, CAM, CNC milling for making highly detailed mockups with real materials. It was easy to make SLA, SLS, FDM or rapid tooling prototypes with engineering base, then handling color, material and finish requirements for industrial design. Eventually, traditional model makers lost grip on industrial design demands. Final appearance high fidelity mockups were difficult to procure. They were expensive to import and also time consuming. This was a kind of setback to industrial designers who were also limited in numbers in India. Industrial design is gaining base in India due to opening of many design institutes and startup industries. It is assumed to be growing at the rate of 20%, driven by growth in consumer durable and electronic industry. Government is also supportive to drive innovation. Our mockup making company was established in 2013 with focus on supporting fabrication of industrial design high fidelity mockup requirement. We started with LG Electronics as our first client since we had already established relationship based on previous employment. Our priority was to achieve required quality. The quality helped us gain traction with number of customers. It was more word of mouth publicity without any marketing expenses. Last time we had presentation in 2018, we were working with major corporates. There were approximately 46 clients from across India with marginal overseas export. We started with bank finance but had zero liabilities. So far, the establishment of business was fine and progressive, and we started with the vision of expansion. But things did not go well as expected. Microeconomy in India showed negative growth due to financial and commercial course corrections. To eliminate black money and corruption in financial sectors, new policies were introduced to emphasize digitization of commercial transactions and tax collection. The ripple effects were seen as GDP of India showed degrowth. The expenditures in companies were recalibrated with changes in tax systems. R&D expenses were reduced compared to sales, but COVID-19 situation put sudden brake to economy when financial systems were still in calibration mode. At Idle Mockups, we were able to sense some uneasiness at our corporate clients' place. Clients like Kohler had major organizational change in design department, due to which mockup assignments suddenly stopped. GE Healthcare, which was struggling with growth, underwent organizational structure change including design team. Some clients had to control expenses on new product investments. There were severe cash flow issues, but this had marginal impact on our business. The major impact came during COVID-19 lockdown. Though loaded with assignments in last month of financial year, we had to abruptly close the shop. This year there was great effort to sail through lockdown. Most of the companies in manufacturing sector registered approximately 25% degrowth. We were somehow able to manage our expenses. COVID-19 environment is still present, but we are gradually recovering our growth trajectory. We expect 22% growth rate in coming year. Parallel in India, we saw high level of curiosity and promotion of 3D printing technology for usage in prototyping. Somehow, when it came to testing protos in real materials, clients still prefer CNC milled parts. For professional setup, if we check for 3D printers, they are more expensive than CNC machines if we choose speed and quality. For high fidelity mockups, using 3D printing is still a big challenge. Many of our clients invested in expensive 3D printing technologies in-house. They use them for alpha, beta prototypes, but when it comes to requirements for high fidelity mockups, they need to outsource. Most of our major customers are related to consumer durable industry. Product appearance becomes key buying factor for customers. Therefore, getting aesthetic preferences analysis done is critical to successful development of product. Our clients have resources to import models, but design team prefer local development which can provide globally competitive quality. We face issues when steel finishes are preferred on housings or mock-up cabinets. Metal work, anodizing, chrome plating and machining in steel we need to outsource. Since last conference, we had retained clients, but we were fortunate to get associated with one big client of India, namely Havells, who had large range of product portfolio, right from electrical products like switchboards, fans, lights, to various home appliances like mixer grinders, heaters, geysers, coolers, hair dryers, trimmers, etc. It gave us good leverage in terms of product range and varieties. Havells used to earlier make low fidelity mockups through traditional model makers who used to make mockups using foam and wood. Havells team came to know about us through peers who knew our quality. Initial trial project given by the client was to test us. It was expensive for them because they wanted high fidelity mockup at the price of low fidelity mockup. We declined negotiation. Somehow, client's purchase team finalized the offer with 10% discount from our side. When the mockup was shared with company's top executive, they thought mockup was imported and must have been very expensive. When their management came to know about our company, they insisted that their design team must work closely with us. Thereafter, Havells became one of our largest customers. Almost 1/3 of our turnover came from them. They still continued working with their earlier vendors too. In June 2019, we got an opportunity to present research document at renowned National Institute of Design. The subject was Design Valuation and Validation through High Fidelity Mockups. We mentioned even before going forward for production development and pre-production prototypes, 80% of product lifecycle cost commitment from stakeholders is achieved and design value proposition is accurately judged. These insights were based on our research in design work and experiences with clients. The research paper was shortlisted for publication by National Institute of Design. As we progressed, though we did not see major business growth at idle mockups, as mentioned earlier, but we had to upgrade our CNC machines which became die-functional due to wear and tear. So we had to buy 2 CNC machines to retain consistency in our work. During COVID-19 lockdown, we received permission to supply face shields and aerosol boxes for healthcare workers and hospitals. It was no profit, no loss basis work. as our intention was just to keep functioning and provide necessary help to move out of pandemic. There are still concerns related to pandemic. Most of the economy is still stressed. There are chances that we might face partial lockdown again. But one thing is sure, there is growing requirement of appearance mockups for industrial design in India, which is great opportunity in hand. We need more space and facilities to expand our reach. There is special economic industrial zone at Nagpur called SEZ-MIHAN. It has proposal to lease out 10,000 square feet of land to promising businesses. Due to pandemic and change of power at state level, the things are on hold. If we get lucky in getting the land, we plan to invest in more CNC machines, vacuum casting facility and SLA process. The emphasis will be to consolidate our position in making high fidelity mockup. Hope you enjoyed our presentation. Thank you for your patience and participation. If you have any questions, do let me know. The look of unfinished part, the touch of wet sandpaper, the perception of required surfaces and finish is rewarding. Hands naturally move as being addicted. It really takes time and effort to understand the expectations of designers. Things don't turn out well many times, but resolve to arrive at solution is key to execution. Machines helps to a certain extent, but sometimes you realize a strong emotional bond is necessary to get you want out of them. Every day is kind of testing ourselves. Expectations run high as clients throw new assignments with new challenges, testing our limits. The tools deserve high regards, sometimes more than a life partner. Removing errors, refining things is kind of never-ending journey. Sometimes you feel causing any kind of distraction would be a sin. There is sure shot failure if packaging is not done right. It is big responsibility on little shoulders. Nature does not give time to spend with lovely babies. They move out quickly. Work done well gives great satisfaction. It is time to freeze and look for another day. A parallel life starts with other responsibilities. Catching on outside air reminds you that there is another world waiting for you. It is difficult to guess if people like to stay back and work on assignments. Many times you feel guilty for asking members to stay back and hog around the project work. But CNC team knows machines can work non-stop. The sound of machine is kind of security to business. It must be running and needs our support to work in shifts. Our motto is to give client honest representations of their ideas. Okay, now let's get ready for the tour. I will show you our Nagpur city on the way to workshop. We are just near outside city limits. I stay 6 kilometers away in opposite direction outside city limit because you get cheaper and good property to stay. From here we are about to enter city. Nagpur is exact center of India. City is circular with diameter of approximately 10 kilometers. Ideal Mockups is located south of city. From here it is about 12 kilometers away. Most of our members stay within 5 to 6 kilometers range. They travel by bikes and sometimes bicycles. In last 2 to 3 years, Nagpur has developed quite well. We see new modern metro station. As we enter, on our left is way to airport, which is 0.5 kilometers away. It is well connected with major cities in all directions. What you see at top straight is India's first double-decker flyover built recently. It has 4-lane roadways in first layer and metro railway track on top layer. You can enjoy city view nicely from top. Most of our clients from across India come to Nagpur taking flights. Maximum flight time from any part of India to Nagpur is just 1.5 hours. From airport, it takes 15 minutes to reach our workshop by taxi. As we move ahead, we see road crossing called Ring Road, which surrounds Nagpur and also defines the main city orifice. We take left to reach our workshop. The city is populated with approximately 3 million people. We have very few, that is 2 or 3 clients in Nagpur, mainly from office furniture industry like US-based HNI and local Spacewood company. Due to Spacewood, Nagpur is seen as modern furniture industry hub. Our major clients are from south and north of India. Client visit is very seldom, so our location does not matter much to client, but logistically it helps us. A special economic zone called SEZ is being established in Nagpur. It is located near airport. A big logistic hub is planned in Nagpur by Indian government, which will cater to 25 to 30% of India export. So future and growth here is quite promising. The climate in Nagpur is normally dry with reasonable seasonal rains and generally warm winters. As we are now in March month, the summers are approaching. The summers are dry and very hot. Temperatures can go up to 45 to 46 degrees Celsius. Here we are close to our workshop. This is residential area. Somehow we prefer this location in residential zone instead of industrial zone. It has nice, cozy, comfort, peace and homely feeling. There is less distraction from busy traffics and industrial happenings. We have small IT firm as our neighbor. The white shutters are the spaces of small shops combined together from inside as our workshop space. I used to stay in the apartment on left while struggling to establish this workshop. Yes, our members have started arriving before time. Normal work time starts from 9 in the morning and ends by 6 in the evening. We have strength of 16 to 17 members, some working in night shifts for CNC milling. Arriving late to office is not appreciated, and Time Machine keeps track of our arrival and leave time. Let's move inside. The entry door is always closed and only authorized persons are allowed to enter with biometric identification or IR cards. Other persons have to ring the bell so that office admin person can identify and allow access. As we enter, at our right is way to CNC area and front is paint booth. From left, we take stairs to common area. Here, almost every design and fabrication related activities are managed. A large aquarium welcomes us and also clients. The aquarium was the first thing we installed and intended it to be located at the entry. The aquatic life in aquarium is there since the inception, and they might be knowing lot of things about us. They have seen our members and might recognize us and clients. Clients watch their pleasant movements and quickly relax and appreciate our connect with them. They are like senior souls present in idle mock-ups, wandering day and night. Their upkeep and maintenance remains our top priority. Here we have a large common area where we do almost every activities related to model making except spray painting and CNC milling. Work starts with routine morning meeting of team members, rechecking status of work, discussing fabrication details and plans. We have Mr. Vittal who coordinates model making tasks and activities. He is energetic, hobbyist and talented artist with no formal training in model making. He motivates and drives team. Since there is no school in India that teaches model making, all members in idle mockups are self-trained and keep learning from each other's experiences. All members are encouraged to ask questions if in doubts, so that assignments are well understood before acting on them. Once daily plan is clear, it is time to start things. Sohan handles resource and asset management. It also includes supporting project work with outsourcing of electroplating, graphics, getting screens made, IT help and technical support. Hi Sharad. Oh, it is me. He is making presentation for APMM. Great. I look after sales and customer services. Making quotations and understanding client requirements is my daily routine, apart from building business. My cabin has collection of mementos which are given by technical institutes. They like being associated with us so that we bring some new insights on development processes. The spray gun is kept intentionally in my cabin to discipline routine cleaning and maintenance. These are some collection of samples I like sharing with clients. From these, they get some idea of what we do. Sometimes they are not sure if we had really made them. This was our first sample made for marketing purpose. These are some remote samples done as client's work. Client told us that they are not required. There is change in design brief. Since most of the work was done, we continued building the sample in our free time. Many APMM members might know Yogesh also. He was there in Grand Rapids. He scrutinizes our business with hawkish eyes. Mostly he keeps track on our returns on investments and routinely checks accounts and bills. We have small admin staff of 3 members. They look into housekeeping, attendance, welfare, local purchase, billing, invoicing, and arranging logistics. This area is devoted for design, planning, and making fabrication details. It is also a common system used by all model makers. We use PowerShip software for CAD modeling. To manage database, we use open platform spreadsheets. The part-wise details are listed in spreadsheets that are referred by all members, including CAM, CNC, fabrication, and finishing members. You see this 3D printer? This was brought 3 years back. We bought this to learn about 3D printing. Now it is not functioning due to power circuit failure. We did make some parts for clients. Even if we use small sanding papers, it is routine to note it down in register. Fresh sandpaper is always preferred for good efficiency. The work is catching pace and rhythm. All members know what to do. The in-between breaks are critical to efficiency. To be on safer side, I try to get information on work and progress so that clients can be updated if required. Vittal is facing some difficulty in understanding client brief. He is wondering how to fix LED PCB inside and from where to take out connecting wires. Client's CAD data had no details. I told him I will check with the client. CAD and fabrication team members are checking CAD models and have started routine CAD fabrication detailing. Degressor is getting applied to remove double-sided tape, which was used while machining. Earlier, we used to apply kerosene, which is now banned for sale in local market. Cleaning CNC milled parts and removing burrs is first step. Roshan is doing fine tuning of surfaces, especially in critical pattern areas. Fitment checking and pre-assembly is done before we finalize surfaces. Seems like someone had glued incorrectly, which was pointed out by colleagues. Rahul is now trying to correct and repair the part. Keeping yourself full, fit, and alert is essential. This is small handy stores area. It includes UV lamps, stationery, electronic components, casting resins, wires, vinyl sheets, safety gears, CNC tools, and miscellaneous items. Our space is not very big and becomes difficult to manage parts if working on 7 to 8 projects in parallel. This is paint mixing machine. Next to it is table that is used for screen printing and managing product graphics. Basic screen printing colors used are brought from local market. We send artwork files and get screens made outside. Printing is not a regular process, and sometimes we prefer laser cut masking and spray graphics as well. When client is not around, we use the space to keep critical parts. It is spark clean on client's visit. These specific LED strips are sent by clients to use them in the mock-ups. You might guess what products we are building now. Vittal is trying to prepare new color. The paint mixer is having some basic tinters and binders. We many times source prepared colors from local DuPont shop and fine-tune them by using our colors if required. Sometimes we bring required tints or pigments in small quantities just for the sake of the project in hand.
नहीं हुआ था क्या? नहीं कल मैच नहीं हुआ था पर शाम हो गई डार्क हो गया।
Vittal mentions the required golden hue and sparkle size is difficult to manage since client provided metallized sample for reference and wanted similar effect by spray painting. Metallizing was not included in initial specifications. Due to space crunch, we have to prepare color and go downstairs to spray. It is quite exhaustive, but Vittal never complains. He knows we have limitations on space. Our paint booth is quite small with 2 meters by 3 meters floor space. It was custom made by paint booth manufacturer. To be sure of spray quality, we made sure to buy guns best known in the market. These guns are expensive compared to local market, but they are quite durable and reliable. A gauge and valve to set spray pressure. Small oil filter and control panel is located outside of paint booth. Sometimes in critical cases, we need one person located outside to the paint booth who can help sort things for painting. Use industrial grade mask to avoid inhaling fumes. We are preparing swatches to check color matching as required by client. Seems like we had got very close to required color very quickly. Next, on left of paint booth, we have CNC milling area. CNC space is also quite compact. There are 4 CNC machines, out of which one is under maintenance. CAM is done in same space. We use Delcam software for making CAM programs. The CAD related file communication is done with the help of open platform spreadsheets. Regular bed size of CNC machines is 1200 by 600 mm. The machines are manufactured in India, customized as per our requirement. All are 3-axis machines. Most of the time, the job blocks are fixed using screws. Sometimes DST tapes are used and sometimes jigs. The programmer makes program as well as supervises the machining. Critical time consuming programs are verified for tool strategies and errors. During long milling, sometimes just to be safe, water is used as coolant for plastic. But this is rarely used. At the back, we see one large CNC machine dismantled and covered, as it became non-functional and had lot of wear and tear. Small machine is also under repair. Both are our first machines. There is no local repair support. We might have to junk or scrap them. Inside, we have our plastic stock area. Apart from plastic blocks and sheets, we have laser cutting engraving machine, dust collector, paint compressor, packing material, and other small equipments. They are used on as and when required basis. You can see angle grinder, small and big size circular saw to cut sheets. We do not get ABS cutting blades here, so we remove some blade teeth to prevent melting of plastics. Larger blocks are used sometimes. The ABS and acrylic along with mill dusts are sold to scrap collector who gives the material for recycling. We do not get virgin quality ABS blocks manufactured in India, so it is imported from Shenzhen, China. Fortunately, there is no ban for importing raw material from China. Only finished goods are banned to protect local employment. In India, we get ABS sheets with thickness of maximum 10 mm, but you need to buy in bulk, minimum 1 ton. But from China, we get mix of thicknesses. We normally consume 5 to 6 tons of ABS material in a year and keep stock for 6 months. It gives us cost advantage. In local market, ABS will be 4 times expensive, which are also imported. Acrylic and packaging material can be sourced locally. Laser machine had been very useful for fine detail work. We make maskings, engraving, acrylic parts and patterns. During COVID face shield requirements, this machine was extensively used to cut PET sheets. This is end cap with pattern and it will be glued to ABS part and painted later. So you will get nice colored ABS component with engraving pattern. As we progress on the day, all members are managing their areas of concerns, some parts getting sprayed. We have only one member, Vittal, who is highly specialized in spray and color matching. Other finishing members support on surface verification and base coat spray. The CNC members are multitasking with machine work. They make and edit programs, manage job fixing, raw material cutting, cleaning, and machine maintenance. It is a continuous process. Sometimes they have to work in shifts. In busy times, machines are running for 24 hours. They also do job rotations, like CAD person will sometimes manage CAM and CNC and vice versa. As time keeps ticking, we can see work in progress for quite some projects. Sometimes clients ask us to share images and report the progress. Now our members have started clearing tables. It is indication that they are now about to close work for the day. It is time for us also to say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed the trip. We achieved certain milestones today and had immense pleasure to share with you on this video. Thank you and see you again.
And now on to the Q&A. If you haven't already, head over to the chat, either to your right if you're viewing on a desktop, or below if you're on a smartphone, and join the discussion with the presenter and your fellow model makers. When you are ready, or after the session ends, you can head to the APMM Zoom meetup for further discussion or general information from an APMM representative. This Zoom meetup will be open all day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For future sessions, head back to the conference schedule page for dates, times, and the appropriate link for each session. And as you discuss, we want to thank the companies and individuals that have supported the APMM and our conference efforts with their donations after we had to postpone our in-person conference last year. Your support means a lot to this organization, and it helped make this conference a reality. Find the names of our amazingly generous conference donors on the screen now. Thanks for coming to this session. We hope you enjoyed it.